Hi, I am Meelis, this is Florian, and we are team Mars Rally Championship. The point of the game is to become the best racer on Mars, like the name says, and basically compete against your own time or your friends' times, whoever you have in the high score list.
Yeah, and you get to all practice that, and we hope by the end of the day to have like the leadership being full of your names.
That's
yes.
about it for the game point, just race on Mars. But we want to talk about what went good, what went bad. So on my side, I think everything went quite good. At least like I didn't expect to have anything playable ready by end of 3 months. So that went really well, I think. And what do you think?
Yeah, same. Overall, yeah, things were quite good. Mostly, for me, I had so much time, so it was easy to pour a bunch of hours into it, which kind of leads into what could be improved. Would be like being able to guess how much time things take, and maybe earlier on, like if I had to go back, I would want to keep less time at the end, more time at the end for polishing, debugging and stuff like that, instead of last night adding a new feature and then in the afternoon debugging it. That was stressful.
Yeah, you looked stressed 1 hour ago, 2 hours ago.
A few hours ago. Yeah, a few hours ago. No, it was like 2 p.m.
Yeah, but everything went good.
Yeah, and I think, mostly being able to predict to manage the time properly. Keeping really the art for the last milestone. We did a little bit in the beginning, which took unnecessary time, I think. And what else?
Yeah, I also agree that it was quite hard to kind of think how long the tasks are going to take if we have no idea how to do it yet. So,
yeah.
But from my side, it's perfect. It's really good.
Yeah, it was also like the trick was to know when to stop yourself. Oh, I could add this thing and not do it, like at the last minute, because then that can add more bugs. And yeah.
But what about stuff we could have done differently? So from my side, I think I would have just had to move to Pärnu 3 months ago, so I would have had more practice time. Yeah. And that's the only thing I would change, I think.
Yeah, same. I mean, I think I covered it, spend the first milestone just prototyping, second milestone just developing features, and third milestone just polishing and putting the art. Right now, if we had another month, there could be so much more polishing, little tiny, nice to have features we could add. So yeah, it's really about being kind of humble about what we can do. So I think we were lucky overall, so it was good.
Yeah. But the last question was, what would we do if we had 1 extra month of development?
Yeah, more polishing for me.
Yeah, like polishing, but also I think I would spend the whole month building a level, making a really huge map, and it's more content for the game. That would be my main focus.
Yeah. Should we show the game?
Let's play the game, yeah. Wow. Sounds are kind of loud here.
Yeah.
We only tried with headphones. It's too... Maybe lights?
Screen, yeah.
Can someone get the lights?
Oh yeah.
Thank you. It's kind of slow in the beginning, but it has its fast...
Turn them off. Yeah, thanks.
We can go in. Gosh.
Actually, you might want to do the short track so that we can show the ghosts.
Oh yeah. So this is one map, but we also have...
that was the biggest map. It takes like 5 minutes to go through.
Which one do we have? We have no ghost here.
You could make one.
Nice beginning scenes. It's not that easy to drive actually. In the beginning you're gonna be bad. Okay, the wheelie. And this track is almost done. So now it asks for your name if you want to record it, and you'll have it in the high scores. And if you play again, then it has the ghost car for the fastest track, fastest time. So you can race against kind of other people or yourself. Depends who's the fastest.
Guess we should stop.
Yeah. So that was kind of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it for our presentation, I guess. Or if you have any questions, more.
Yeah. What is the inspiration like on this project was?
I was actually playing one other racing game, Art of Rally, like for a couple of years, and then I thought, why wouldn't it be on Mars? You know, there's no racing game on Mars. People gonna one day perhaps reach Mars, so it makes sense. Like if there's human life on Mars, they would wanna race for fun if they have the technology. What else you gonna do there? You know. But yeah, just playing the one racing game and thinking how to put it into like another setting, kinda. Thank you.
Alright, so we're team number 2. I am Jan, this is Artur, and we made a game called On Cycle. So, what's the main idea for the game? Our game, you're in the first person, and you do a lot of free running. So the player has multiple ways to move around the map. There's bunny hopping, which gives you speed. You can wall run, you can slide, and you can combine them to get various results. So in our game, you run through the map. The player can make their own choices where to go. They have to reach a certain objective. Also to encourage movement a little more. There's a few enemies chasing the player. So at the end of each stage, the player can upgrade and then loop to get a more difficult challenge and play again. So what went good? So we had a good start. On our very first meeting, we were introduced to the wonders of Google Jiu-Jitsu. So we had no clue like how we were going to implement stuff. But we quickly found out that just Googling stuff, you can get a lot of inspiration, and you can make a lot of things, like you can fuse things into a game. Next things to go well, our first milestone, we were expecting like a 10 to 15 minute back and forth, but it ended up being like 30 to 40 minutes of just straight criticism to our stuff. So they complained about our project management, our game design choices, and after that, they said, overall, yeah, it's pretty good. Whatever.
True story.
So feedback. We actually got good feedback from my friends. My friends really liked the game. They said it was fun. Even our reviewer said it was fun. But we also got feedback from people who didn't find it fun, and we managed to fix and address those issues. And second milestone, pretty uneventful, it just was average. On our third milestone, it was pretty great. We rediscovered what was fun. So on our second milestone, we were adding things, but it turned out that it wasn't really as fun as it was before. So we readdressed those issues, we looked at what went wrong, and we made the game fun. And then summary. we really like learned a lot. We made a lot of mistakes, and we learned from all of them. And a really good accomplishment: we didn't have a single failed build. It always compiled.
Fun fact: third milestone was the hardest and the biggest of all the milestones ever. So we made a lot of progress in this one.
So, what could we change if we started again? First of all, game framework. When we started, we really didn't know what goes where. So I would definitely organize things a lot better, so it would be easier to expand on later. Then better organized priorities. This kind of ties into the blunder we had with the second milestone, that we kind of lost the fun. And as such, also focus on the goal. So get all the most important stuff like out there. Don't do like anything on the side, and focus on the fun. No. So what we would do with an extra month. So right now we have the core down. So we could expand on the maps. We could add more maps. Maps and movement is the main like bread and butter of a game. So more maps would definitely increase the time player could play it and make it a lot more interesting with more variety. Then we would add more art. Right now the art, we have art, but I would like to add more because so it would be more immersive. We would definitely tweak movement. Movement right now, it works and it is fun, but I could make it even more satisfying, I know it. Then optimize and graphic settings. Right now, the game works fine on these PCs, but I would like the game to also be like able to run on weaker PCs and stuff. No. And then add graphic settings. That would be an easy way to make it more accessible. Then more interesting features have like permanent abilities that stay like over multiple games. So right now, if you die, you lose your stuff. Difficulty settings, and then finally narration to make a more whole experience. Okay, and now we're gonna show the game. Right. Start the game. You have a tutorial, but who cares about the tutorial? Not me. The player starts in the stage, and they're told to find the yellow door. So after the tutorial that taught player how to move, they're put into this level so they can practice and have fun. But hey, would you look at that? I found the yellow door. It's almost like I know where it is.
So like Jan sent to me, there is one path, then there is another path you can find. So, noob, pro, each directory is different, and each location or whatever directory, it depends on the skill. So, for example, if we go from start, there is also possibility that you can go other side. For example, use that and jump. I don't know, whatever. You may find the platform. You may also jump from there to here, and maybe use that wall or this wall, whatever. So there is a lot of stuff you can find, a lot of stuff you can get to. So that was supposed to be, there is like, let's say, two objectives. First objective is you wait for the timer. When the timer ends, the door opens. But you actually, there is a possibility where you can end this timer. About that. There is also a possibility when you can get the door opened early. That's the keypad or key card, whatever. That's for. So you need to find it, collect it, and the door opens.
Okay, so the player finishes the stage. They get into this room. This is the shopkeeper. His name is Donald. The player can get upgrades, so more consecutive wall runs. They can be faster straight away. Yeah, it's awesome. It's the best part of the game. And then the player goes onto a loop, and now the game gets more difficult. So we have
humanoids,
super advanced AI that chases the player and encourages the player to make decisions faster. And now, since I got the upgrades, I can do consecutive war runs, like more them. So if I activate this, then okay. Then I can go here and I can just do more. Oh, don't worry, I'm a professional. Well, oh, would you look at this? It seems that I have died. Oh no. Now the player goes back, they're back at the first loop, there's no enemy here, and they lose their upgrades. Once the player completes the game 3 times, then they win. Also, we have settings, so you can change your mouse sensitivity or whatever, so, you know, I don't know. If you're a lunatic, then...
Yeah, we made two types of the AI. One is Chaser. Well, the name speaks for itself. It chases you at the normal speed. The other one was like slow version of it, but maybe like after 15 seconds.
It lunges at the player.
Yes.
So it's more bursts of movement. Okay, so Q&A. Any questions?
Yep.
I have the same question you had for us. What was your inspiration for the game?
As I remember from GDD, it was
Mirror's Edge. It was Mirror's Edge, but it's also like other you know, cool stuff I've seen from games. So for example, the bunny hop mechanic. I had recently seen Gmod Nextbots, if anyone knows what that is, and it's like kind of like shitpost thing, but you be helped away from entities, and I found that fun, so I wanted to make that into my game.
And what else is on your roadmap? Like, what do you mean by more interesting features?
Okay, so you know we have the permanent skills. So right now you die, you lose your stuff. I'd like to add some of those. Then we have like, difficulty settings. So for example, you know you scale enemy speed, how long you know the timer is, whatever.
We also had plans for leaderboard and
achievements.
Yep.
Stuff like that.
Combat? Any kind of combat?
No. Combat, it is supposed to be, you know, player running away and not really fighting, so it should only be one-sided. Okay.
Okay, so guys, while the game is all downloading in the computer, maybe we can start. So we are the Team 3, Forsaken, was an idea based on Arrow. Basically the game was supposed to be a dungeon crawler.
Dungeon crawler roguelike.
Roguelike, with kind of a permadeath or something like that. But then soon enough we realized that the scope was too big and we were wasting time, and that leads to some...
There was not enough time.
Not enough time.
We changed our plans a little bit.
So right now basically it's like a game that you start, kill a bunch of enemies, and then you pass to the next level, collect an item or a ability, you keep going, defeat the boss till you reach the end. The game reset with a game plus difficulty kind of. So you keep all the abilities and you keep playing. So what went good?
What went good? Probably programming. I don't know. A lot of stuff went good, a lot of stuff went bad.
So I think from my point of view, what went good is like we managed to create a scalable system, meaning that we can just keep creating bosses from a base character and just keep growing, same as with the levels and with the abilities. So everything was like in a scalable way. I don't know what else went good because...
I don't know.
Yeah, okay. We have more bad things than good.
Yeah, we have.
To be honest. One of the bad things that we have, and I think was the most important, is that we start really fast and then we kind of sleep over the project, and then we have a meeting with Christian and he told us like, man, you have not moved forward anything. So then last 2 weeks was basically crunching and staying till 3 a.m. on the morning, each one of us just like kind of coding and doing stuff.
Basic.
So that came because we didn't have a proper organization and division of tasks. Nevertheless, that helped us to focus and build things faster, kind of iterate, as was kind of good, right? and at the same time we managed to detect that the game was not fun, the scope was too big, and we needed to kind of downsize the game. We have a lot of issues as well with perfors, was constantly crashing and generating conflict issues with merges and stuff. And my computer, for example, was not working at all, so each time that I did a submit, we have to review all the files and stuff like that, so it was kind of a pain in the ass. But yeah, long story short, this is our small demo. I don't know, you want to ask something? We have.
This is the main menu.
Yeah, this is the main menu.
The game is called Forsaken.
This is the best of the game, yeah.
This is the new upcoming dungeon crawler game, better than Hades, better than Dark Souls. And we already died.
You can play, Edo, you can play.
I can play. The first level is a forest level. It's really badly optimized. And you start off with the dash ability and the rage ability. The rage ability then gives you more movement speed, more attack speed, and the dash is just a dash. You can blink from one place to another. And in the first level, you get to kill some simple enemies.
Also,
that
like
doesn't deal a lot of damage.
If you kill the enemies, they have like, so far you can tweak it, so you can modify. Right now, 50% chance of dropping a potion. So because the enemies are quite hard to kill, they reduce a lot of damage. So that's kind of a bonus, right, for when you are going to defeat the boss.
Yeah. And when you defeated all the enemies, you can continue to the next level, which is a boss level right now.
We have a level next to the next level actor that has a requirement with the game mode that unless you kill all the enemies in the level, you cannot move forward. So if you left an enemy behind, you have to go and kill it, basically. You're stuck. Yeah.
All right. This is the first boss. There was a little camera shake when he hits the ground.
But you can walk for some bosses have a really basic behavior. Some of the bosses that we have, they have a bit more advanced.
This was a really easy boss. The first one has to be easy, I think. But yeah, when you kill the enemy, it drops a projectile on the ground that you can continue to the next level. When you enter the projectile, it takes a little delay to go to the next level, and this is where you can kill enemies again. And since I killed the first boss, I also get a new ability from the boss. You get new abilities from the bosses. This one gave me a lightning strike that comes from the...
You will die, man.
No, I won't.
You have a potion.
You have a potion, yeah. Something that went bad as well is we were focusing a lot of art, and then we have a meeting with Bahav, and he said, guys, we just want gameplay, not art. Something that we might change as well would be maybe the behavior of the enemy. Some of the enemies, they have really basic behavior, so it will be cool actually to put a little more on the perception system. Like finding a random point next to the player or not attack all of them at once. But again, due to time, we kind of did these kind of enemies. You can go to the boss.
Okay. Right. Let's go defeat this boss again.
Oof.
Okay. Now I can continue to the last and final boss.
And good luck.
Yeah.
Mudlock. Yeah. This is really
it's so
hard boss.
difficult because the hitbox is really high.
Yeah.
You want it to be difficult.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
you have to beat it. Yeah.
Oh shit. Also, you don't get more potions now as well.
You have 3 potions.
Yeah, I have to use them wisely.
I don't think they're enough.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, and we'll throw the dogs, you're fucked. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you throw the dogs, yeah, you're
Oh,
dead, man.
shit. No, I'm good.
You don't have any potions?
No, I think he can win actually.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
Round force.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah, he will beat it. He will beat it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, nice.
And now that I finished the game finally,
Oh, you didn't show the menu as well.
we can go to the end credit scenes.
And then it goes to the menu.
Thank you. And also the controls. You can see the controls in the when you go to the pause menu.
That was super fast. It was like in 10 minutes. Like.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Questions?
Shane, plans for the future.
Plans for the future?
I mean, not crunch.
Yeah.
Not modifying everything all the time, not adding new features
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
Also do the production side a bit better than
Yeah,
this time.
project management, like
Project management, yeah.
We didn't have any project management probably. Like
We
it
just,
changed so much
Yeah.
that it was really hard to like.
I mean, the first milestone went great. The second milestone, we realized that yeah, we don't have any project management. We're just going into this game and doing a lot of features, a lot of mechanics. We're not thinking about the core loop. We're not thinking about anything else other than just mechanics and combat.
Yeah, we had like a lot of bugs also at the end. When we put like a lot of stuff together.
Yeah.
So also we spent a lot of time debugging and just sometimes it was easier just to throw something in the trash and start over. So yeah,
Yeah, and we again,
management is
we create so many systems we didn't use. We
Yeah.
have a shop guy who was selling the abilities. We have a level something that I don't remember right now. A spawner. We have enemy spawners. We have different. A lot of stuff
we changed the
didn't
game
use.
mode like 3 times probably.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So you guys can take a tip from us that don't do anything fast and
Plan the stuff,
don't
like,
add a lot of stuff
Yeah.
immediately to the game.
That's I don't know any other question.
Any other?
Yeah, you guys had some really cool VFX in the game. How did
Yeah.
you make that?
Stole.
Yeah.
Actually, some of them. No, like 2 or 3 of them were done
Yeah.
by us. Yeah.
It was.
We modify a lot of the stuff and
Yeah.
just grab some Niagara have like different emitters and we just grab some stuff and put it
Basic-
together, modify the material, but
Basically,
yeah.
marketplace, and
keep
After-
bashing assets from the marketplace,
after-
from the particles.
yeah.
I was like, yeah.
after we took stuff from the marketplace, we just modified and made it our own. Yeah, thank you.
So I represent Team 4. Today I'm alone. It's Martin couldn't come. So it was mainly me and Martin. We did the game according to Martin's GDD document, which was about a small boy and in a medieval Estonia, where his home village was destroyed by the Satan himself, and you're gonna meet at least 3 or 4 of his minions on the way, and you will see the destroyed village. You have a quest there from a lady. You have to save her daughter. But to have any fighting, you have to find the pitchfork first. Then there is hunting with the bow and arrows. So you have to hunt animals, so you get materials to craft the bombs, so you can throw the bombs. So all the good stuff. Character mechanics, something like the first wasn't supposed to be any jumping. There should be like the puzzle side of the game where you can push and pull some boxes around. And also the pitchfork after a couple levels would work as a grapple system. So you can shoot it out and you climb, pull yourself. It's crazy stuff. And yeah, fighting system. You can sneak, roll, all the kind of climbing. So after like first 2 weeks, we got humbled very fast. As soon we actually couldn't manage to put the pitchfork on the character's hand. And so what you're going to see is totally different of the idea. And not so serious at all. And not sure if it's fun at all. But anyway, what went good? We have a demo, yeah. And what went bad? I also put a lot of time. We put a lot of time in the mechanics. The bomb throwing, got it kind of working. In the end, wasn't really working for some reasons, and we didn't put it in the game. And I did a lot of mathematics to make it work according to the GDD, the movement speeds and everything. But in reality, with then play testing, everyone who tested said the character is way too slow and it's boring, the world is too big and so on. So, but with this already, the settings, we already did the first level designs. So we changed the character's speed. We had to do the new levels. And this all took a lot of time. In reality, like nothing much changed, just some speed variables. And we don't have a lot of art there, and also like any polishing whatsoever. Could do a lot with just already adding noises for the steps and everything, some sparkles here and there, but you won't see that a lot. Anyway, I will show the game. It's like one playable. There's main menu. 2 buttons of 3 actually working. Let's use the start. Okay, there's the young boy. There's the pitchfork. Right, you can attack, different. So, jump, dodge, roll, oh cool. This is the world design. There's supposed to be mountains right now. So there. Yeah, it's medieval Estonia. This is very annoying, and okay. The level design is terrible, but it's playable. So you can see the health bar on the bottom right. After receiving damage, there's a little cooldown. After the cooldown, you're gonna have a like regeneration of the health. Since we didn't have time for crafting and potions and stuff. So there's implemented fall damage. And the level design, it was only one of the many ways to reach here. That's final boss. So it's chasing me. Can shoot the bombs randomly because why not? Sometimes makes a blood rain. When I go in there, I get the damage. So I'm gonna kill it. Okay, or maybe not. Up. I was too late. Today I tried to implement the checkpoint system, but it doesn't work properly. So if I'm not fast enough to press, okay, thanks, that happened. And there is no way to get out of the game yet. Only from the main menu. The quit button works, can get out. So if you defeat the final boss, then it's you get the credits, kinda. Thank you for playing the demo, and that's it.
Team 7, and I'm gonna talk about our game. Then after me, Margo's gonna talk about our problems. So our game is called Spirits of Tora. It is a puzzle game where you need to use all 3 characters to make your way to the tower, where essentially the spirits are going to be set free. The story goes that in the background you play as Tora, who wants her spirit to be set free, but in order to do that, he needs to free other trapped spirits in the mansion as well. She can possess different spirits and use their abilities to advance to the tower. By possessing the medic, she can use her flashlight to show herself and others a way through dark spaces and find hidden switches. For example, by possessing the soldier, she can move faster, collect items, and open different kinds of doors. And lastly, by possessing the strong Baron, she can use his strength to make way to closed up spaces or to help others get to the unreachable objects. And with the help with all the 3 characters, you can finally navigate your way to the tower and set free all the spirits.
So what went wrong? Basically the same problems that the team had. First we had 2 big plans. We all had our own ideas that we want to implement into the game, and we got to the Perforce too late. It was basically 3 weeks ago maybe. Before that we all did something, but when we tried to put them all together, things didn't work. So we basically made this whole game within 3 weeks. We had some ideas how to create, and the practice that we did from level design and all other stuff did help. And what went good was mostly we finished it. The game isn't as big as we wanted to. There's only 1 spirit at the end that will be set free. And when we made sure that each team member had their own job, then a lot of things went smoother. I designed the levels and the mansion that you can see in the game. Tom created all the UI and menu systems and some other stuff, and Priit made all the characters.
Yeah, initially we had more puzzles in mind and like a bigger picture in mind, but yeah, eventually the time got to us, and we have like simple mechanics, but basically the game has a start and an end. So somewhat it is a full game. So
maybe if we have more time, then we would implement all those spirits that we were planning.
Extra
Definitely
puzzles.
Make some better animations and overall improvements.
Yeah, but yes, basically we took Margo's GDD idea of a puzzle game. Initially it was like a skyscraper escape room puzzle game, and
This was too hard for us at the start.
And so I was just at the Taagepera Loss, which has this legend about this house ghost Dora. And so we implemented, basically, the Taagepera Loss has a very rich history, and we use some stories from there and implemented it together to the game.
Sa räägi kaasas.
Priit räägib.
Sa pead ise rääkima.
Anna sulle selle.
Okay, this is our game. I have 3 characters. This yellow character has like a flashlight and can open these yellow doors. Red one can collect items. He needs 5 items to interact with this switch that will open this door to the cave. And he needs help from this blue one, who can pick up items. More or less it's like a co-op game. It's like need to switch between characters all the time. This guy is very strong. Now he has a key. Opened, start. She has a flashlight. There's a switch. This switch opened this gate there, and more or less that's it. The game loop is like they help each other and they can reach the tower.
Main goal is to reach the top of the tower.
Hello, everybody. So my name is Simon. I made a small horror game level with Kevin, who unfortunately couldn't join us today because he got sick. So what was our project for today? Or for the past 2 or 3 months, really? The idea was a small horror game, like I mentioned. The first GDD was sort of like an Outlast-ish mixed with some Amnesia and maybe some Alien Isolation, but you know, it's something you take like 5 years at least with a team of 10 people at least, not 2 people in 2 months. So we toned it down accordingly. So we need to make a single level because that's all we have the capability for with this time frame and the manpower. So what our goal was, basically, you are a private investigator investigating a research facility that has completely gone off the dark. And we wanted to make a scary game. There's a lot of horror games out there that I personally don't find scary. So I wanted to make one that is. So what makes games scary? Personally, I think it's the unknown. You know, you don't know what's going to happen. The anticipation. You know, your head always comes up with the scariest things ever. By the time you actually get to something, it's might even be underwhelming. Has anyone played the Resident Evil 2 remake? So think about this. Which part was scarier? Hearing that big Mr. X guy walking around looking for you, having some notion where he might be, but not completely, or having him slowly walk up behind you, trying to chase you while you're running away? Is it the anticipation or actually being chased?
Anticipation.
Yes. Like, it's the unknown. You don't know what's going to happen. That's always when it's scariest. You know, when you're afraid of the dark. Are you afraid of being alone in the dark? Or that you are not alone? So what went good in those 2 or 3 months that we made? The cooperation me and Kevin had worked out pretty fine. We communicated through Slack, through this classroom when we were both working on it at the same time. I'd say our communication with each other is better than our communication with our instructors on Fridays. Because we were always almost micromanaging each other, sort of. Always taking one small step at a time. We see this is a problem, we need to fix it right now. This is something we need to add, let's add it, so on and so forth. We did a great job at splitting the tasks between us evenly. Kevin handled the technical side more, I handled the artistic side, and the, narrative, if you can call it that. And since Perforce was problematic for us, we found another solution. We used GitHub to share the project between us. Yes, it was problematic. One guy had to finish something before the other one could start at something, but in the end, we both had the same project to work on. And we got it done through all the hardships and issues we had. Fucking Perforce. What could have been better? Perforce. What we should have done is think everything through at the start, every detail. Write everything down in detail. We had this broad idea, but when we actually started working on it, we weren't quite sure where to start. We should have thought about it more in detail right at the beginning, so we would know for sure what to do and everything and that. But I feel like after these 2 months, we are somewhat wiser in that regard. We also depended way too much on pre-made assets that we used from Unreal Library, as well as sound effects we pretty much ripped from other games, including sound effects and music and even footsteps. Only sound effects we made on our own was me recording it on my microphone, some dialogue. And I regret it every day when I hear myself in that game. What we should have done is more play testing. We were always trying to be very confidential with the project because we wanted everyone to experience the final product as it is. But looking back, it's probably not the best idea. Because even from my perspective, I can imagine players might get stuck in some places. And some optimization. Even on this PC, when I opened up the build, there was some stuttering with the frame rate. It's not the 120 frames per second some PC Master Race purists would wish, but it's playable from start to finish. If we had another month, what would we have done? Our project has a trap mechanic because you're not alone in that research facility and there's no direct combat mechanic to fight against it. So we instead have a sort of a puzzle system in here. And the requirement is to trap the enemy in order to progress, because you can't do it while he's still roaming around. We would have definitely been more fine-tuning, adding more details to the level. Personally, I'd say it has some details, but there's still plenty of work to be done. Kevin really wanted to improve the AI a bit more. It's still looking a little rough around some edges, but it's 2 months and our experience in game development is pretty much zero up until today. We also had a sort of a cutscene we wanted to implement. We had this goal thing called player guides. We wanted to rely less on UI and show what the player should do in the game. For example, if you played Half-Life, they utilize it a lot. You don't see a prompt on the screen where you should go. It's all laid out in the game. And thank you for your attention. I think I need to show some of my game now, don't I? All right, I'll show some of it. Let's do full screen, shall we? So yeah, we have start, we have options. Right now it's just resolution. And we have the quit button. I imagine some people already would press that button after seeing this and hearing this. But we're not going to do that just yet. We're going to go ahead and click start. So you can see some stuff happened here. This doesn't look like it should be on the floor here, should it? Can we open this door here? Those of you who use the public transportation might recognize this symbol here. Oh my God, shut the fuck up. So we need a key card. This looks like a security booth. It should have one. Oh look, a key card. Well, I don't see anything dangerous there right now. I don't know if you can see anything at all.
That'll be useful.
I'm sure it will. Yeah, here's one more thing we have incomplete. I kind of wanted this to be automatic, but you can't progress until you have closed one door. So that's where that camera was pointing at. What do we have here? Subject M236 Maynard. Shows extreme aggression, is blind, but displays very good hearing. Also shows some limited echolocation apparently, according to these notes made here. Why is he named Maynard? He is named after Dr. Maynard, who nearly got ripped apart by the same creature.
Maynard.
Yep, I already said that, thank you. Yeah, this place is not in best shape, is it? So it looks like some sort of medical research has been done here. But let's move on. This window is really dirty. Oh, someone's still in there. And nothing else to see here, I guess. Moving on.
Oh, what now?
Seems to have no power. So this looks like a fuse box of some kind. Let's see if we can find another one. Or at least one that works. Lights are on here, has to be a fuse that works here. So this is like one of our main puzzle systems that we had for this game. Looking for fuses and placing them somewhere else.
God damn it.
Gonna be ripping audio from your game.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I'm gonna be ripping audio from your game.
Man, you could just hire me instead. If that's the sound effects you were looking for. Now the lights are on again. This mouse sensitivity is a little high. I think we were working on some sort of setting for it, but need to close. Yeah. This was meant to be automatic, but we never got around to that. That was the time constraint we had. Looks like there's no power here either. Well, something's loose here. However, oh, there's the mouse sensitivity. What happens next? You'll have to find out yourself, which you can do on this PC right here, once we're done with all the previews.
So we are Team 5, and instead of making a game, we did two. Just because we started with the first game. It's supposed to be this nice puppy simulator game that heavily relied on mobile phones chip stuff to measure the walking distances and everything. And at the end, we weren't able to find anyone who could have helped us to actually do it. Everybody said just use Unity, and that wasn't our point. So we scrapped this one and made a new one that's not for mobile games.
Yeah, so we made a new one, which is also a management game, like the Puppy Simulator was supposed to be. So in this game, we're supposed to create a best super soldier in the world, in the new universe. And we're supposed to manage it, feed it, keep it strong, keep it battle ready, and send it out to missions. And basically, it's all managing the character and some visual aspects. Cool looking things to add to that. So.
At the moment, we are missing a lot of features that most are almost finished under the hood. But because our game relies heavily on the HUDs and menu systems, because on the under the hood there's a lot of calculations and spaghetti to get it working, actually. So if it's not finished, it will just break the game. If we add it, we have to finish the mechanic, then we can add it. So that's why some of the things, they are not actually inside it. And before we're gonna show you the design and layout of the game, we have to talk about the new Modern Warfare. Because, you know, 3,000 developers working on it 3 years, and their heart actually sucks and it doesn't work properly. But we are just two guys, and we have had like 3 weeks to do it, so that's that.
So we're pretty sure that if we had another 1 week more,
1 month?
I think even 1 week we could have made the best managing game in the whole world. So here we are. The game starts at the bed.
Så er det et menulæs. Okay.
Basically, the game starts at the bed. The guy wakes up. He's in underwear. And then
Oota,
you see-
ta paneb tule kust. Yeah, thanks.
So you see there's like hearts, food, mood, and energy down here. And then other stats that we have here is the stamina, the strength, battle readiness, and then this is what was this one?
Don't remember. Anyway, you can see them at the other menu.
Yes.
But yeah.
Here.
The battle readiness, combat skill, and stress resistance, and the last one
Mental
actually
condition.
supposed to be battle readiness. Doesn't matter. You have attributes that you can level up by training them, and then you have missions that you can do to earn money, and you have also energy, and game is on a day basis. So every morning you wake up, you have amount of energy you got from sleeping, and also you have a mood and food. These are the stats you have to always take care of. If your mood is low, well, you don't perform very good, and if your food is low, it also affects all your other stats and your mood. And if you starve, you're probably going to die. So thing is, go to the computer. From the computer, you can actually go to store and buy some food if you don't have any. At the moment, because of the demo, we just had ourselves a lot of money, so we don't have to do missions at the moment, and we can just buy some food to show you. Also süüa.
This is on here.
So in the shop, actually the menus are mostly anyway. You have some food, but also buy one of everything. So everything is always calculating, and all things are real time. Exit. Mine külmkapi kallale. And then if you have bought yourself food, you can eat it and see what you have in the fridge. So you can see if you eat the pizza right now, you are going to get some more food. Pizza.
It sure tastes good, but lacks the much needed nutrients. But who cares? Pizza. Boom.
So you
as
get
you
some.
can see, the
So you
food
get
went
some.
up.
So you get some more food. You get your mood up quite a bit, but that's it. And if you eat oatmeal, actually oatmeal is very good for your health, but a lot of people don't like it. So if you eat oatmeal, you're going to lose a lot of mood.
Oh.
But you gain a lot of food, and also oatmeal is quite cheap compared to pizza. MRE is actually the most expensive one because it's MRE. It gives you a lot of food, it gives you mood, and it's good for your health.
Proper military rations for the super soldier.
Yeah, we almost started to talk about it, but you wake up and you are naked because you actually want to become a super soldier. The game starts with you are just a guy on his shorts, You want to become a super soldier. So for the gear and stuff and everything, you also have a shop that's not implemented at the moment because. But we have assets and we have logic and everything on set, but because like I said, because a lot of calculations under the hood, if it doesn't work, it just breaks the game right now. So you actually can buy some more gear. We have decided to have 4 levels of gear. The best gear you have, the more possible for you it is to complete your missions. Every day you can also complete as many missions as you like, depending on how much energy you have. But the energy is actually under the hood. You can actually just do one mission, then your energy depletes almost. So you have to always manage your energy. What you want to do on that day. You can do missions, and you can do like maybe 1 training if you buy energy drink, or maybe you do 2 trainings and no mission. You don't get money, but you get extra on your attributes. The plan for the game is you can choose how many days you want to play, and on these days you can measure your own efficiency of planning your day and your energy and your money, how far you got, because we have 10 missions planned. The last one, if you finish the last mission, you actually complete the game, but that's the hardest one. And to get there, we are going to balance it away. It's not 100% balanced at the moment, but we are going to balance it like that to actually complete the last mission. You have to have all the attributes maxed, you have to have good mood, and you also have a chance to perma-die. You can't save the game. If you exit the game, it's going to save, and if you continue where you left off, no, that's why, so you are unable to save and then quit, try the mission. If it failed, you can load, try again. We don't want that.
Yeah,
so
no saves coming.
Take the computer. Let's see the missions. So you actually have a work tab that you can open, and here you have different missions you can choose from. We are not going to do the missions right now because we don't have time to show you the missions. But there are the missions. They are going to tell you what is your success rate. It is also going to actually advise you which kind of gear is best used for that mission. This is not implemented at the moment because it's going to be random for every game playthrough you are going to do. If you are, decide to do it a second time.
And there's going to be 3 different gear categories. It's going to be light, medium, and heavy gear.
And then you can choose to do your missions, and that's it. We have almost finished one of the training missions, like training map, and we are going to show you this one right now.
So the training map, you go
so
to the exit door.
The first training is actually for combat training. And in this training mission, you have to actually practice your shooting. Because of your low skill level at the moment, you shoot like a potato. So you almost never hit the target, sometimes, but not always. So actually, after every shot, that's not absolutely finished at the moment. After each shot, you can calibrate your own hand in your mind. So you're trying to shoot more accurate, because if you see you shot too much to the left, you can try to compensate it and shoot more to the right, and next time you hit, it's going to maybe hit a little bit better on the target. And as your skill improves, you are going to hit more accurately, and every time you finish the mission, and the more points you got from shooting at the target, the more you are going to get added at your combat skill stat.
For the next mission. So basically you got 5 shots, and you can miss all 5 shots and you get no bonus. But if you hit all the 5 shots, we're thinking about like maybe 5% bonus per shot hit to the target, for example.
We don't want to go into the numbers just right now, because there's, as you might imagine, there's going to be a lot of balancing to make the game enjoyable, interesting. It can't be too easy and it can't be too hard. It can be only, balanced.
So the shooting is based on RNG, like
we also are using one of the best guns in the world. That is one of the most rarest, like most rare, especially in America, also in Europe. Okay. Only very special units in Russia use it.
So here we go.
Yep.
Yes.
Actually, it's yep.
There's the target. Whoa, a hit. Oops, another one. This is random, guys. Oh, there we go, miss. Another miss.
So at the moment it's a random, but it's, it's going to be player controlled. So that's your first training mission. Yep.
And we like to make this character so that he loves to just lie down there after the shooting, and that's totally like...
He's relaxing, actually.
By design, totally.
After shooting, he needs to relax. And as you can just look at this nice character, we are happy to answer questions if you have any.
If you could continue with the project, would you be interested in adding more different weapons, not just asphalt, for example, like there?
Absolutely. That was actually the plan if we had more time.
We have a lot of ideas actually to how to expand on the game that we have, the idea that we have. Like I can give you some pointers. We want to add a stock market, so you can actually try your luck to earn money. It's gonna be random, so it's actually a lottery, but still it feels like you are brokering on stock market.
Because people love RNG.
Yeah, people really love RNG. I like these kind of games a lot, where you click and do stuff and then you see what happens. The game will F you like really hard usually, and that's fun, right? And the another thing we want to add is real estate, because at the moment you start in this ugly cellar, but you want to have a better house, maybe apartment, some kind of
swimming pool.
Yeah, whatever. You need to have something more. And also, if you had a lot of time, we wanted to add crafting. So on the missions, when you complete them, you are going to get some materials, random materials, that you can actually craft into something else that you need to perform better on another missions. And also black market, where you can buy and sell guns, try to earn money that way. Also, you can sell and buy crafted items and crafting materials to make better items, to sell them, to earn more money. And as we add more content to the game, we can actually make the missions more difficulty in the way that you actually need more stuff to, finish the missions. Because the end game will be the same. You have to finish the last mission and then it's game over. But the way to get there, we can always add more stuff if we have time. Okay.
And excuse me?
Which kind of missions?
Like, basically it's going to be like not physically being there, but you activate the mission and it's going to calculate the success rates and stuff. It's going to be fancy looking and sounds and stuff and pictures. And then it's going to be, after finishing the mission, the idea was that it will describe how successful you were. And there's like, we're thinking about 4 different ways, which is like critical failure, then success, and critical success. Which means like with the critical success, you get like bonus money, which you can earn from the mission, and the critical failure then is in the most, that's the most horrible scenario where you just like perma-die and you have to start the game all over.
So there's actually a built-in system in the game that if you fail the mission, you have a small percentage to perma-die. That means game over for you and you have to start again.
What systems you guys did yourselves?
The menus, menu designs, and everything under the hood is made by us.
And the RNG shooting and this,
yeah,
sounds was ripped from YouTube and stuff.
But actually,
original sound of the weapon, by the way.
The sound of the gun we actually recorded ourselves from the video in the internet that real guy shot the real gun. So it's kind of, we did it ourselves.
Does that count?
But the level where the guy runs around, these assets are from the store, because it's one of the first things we actually did because of reasons. But yeah, but the menu designs and everything under the hood is we have made it ourselves.
Okay, thank you.
Do applause.